So yeah, so it can't be something that's at all committed or forceful or whatever. I mean, I partly just was kind of harping on it as a way to get you guys moving better on the boards and stop thinking so much about it. Yeah. So now that that's dismal face.
Hey, your flight's not for 9 hours.
You're not the failure. I think it's...
No, it's a bad idea. So, as we're flowing here, so again, you're looking down and your head's all over the place. Alright, so, try to keep the head suspended from restraint, try not to have it going all over the place, especially not down. By the way, remember, in case you had any, this thing, and like in boxing, they say, oh, well, boxers, they train realistically, and they say to keep your head down. Ever notice how the old-time boxers actually stood? Anyone seen pictures of like the old-time?
Yeah, way back.
Head up and back. Why do you think that was?
Because they didn't wear gloves, they had bare knuckles.
Yeah, hence. Yeah, but put your hands up like a boxer, please, like a modern boxer. That's what happens. If you have gloves on, that doesn't matter.
Right.
If you have gloves on, you can literally put those against your head and you'll be pretty much okay. If you don't, this will put your own eye out. This can knock you the fuck out. And they actually knew that, which is why they actually had their hands a little lower and they kept their head out of the fray.
Yeah.
All of this whole position, this whole type of thing, really only applies because of the change to big padded gloves. All right, and guys realize that they can actually, as opposed to this, where they have kind of like, they're still vulnerable, they can actually be totally covered, at least from these angles, by going like this. And especially if you're like fucking Mike Tyson and you're shorter than all the other heavyweights, of course you're gonna fucking come in like this. And you're gonna be able to move really well too, that's a different story. So something to keep in mind. There are a lot of guys out there like that come to Gaikai, but because of their former training, they think they should be like always in here. And just realize the context. Just stick your finger out. Oops. Right? Well, you can't do that in boxing, so it doesn't even matter, right? Well, when you didn't have gloves, even if you weren't allowed to do it, it still fucking happened. Or, so hence, keep their head out of the fray. Also, as far as I've been taught in the past, in some of the older matches, they actually had more expansive rule base where, tackles and stuff like that were actually part of it. So if I'm afraid that he might suddenly go for my legs, do I want my hands up here? Or might I want them here, over my legs? Right? Just some ideas. But yeah, so the point being, please keep your head out of the fray while doing contact flow. Again, under attack, your head's going to be where the fuck it needs to be. But I don't want you in the habit of putting it down there, disrupting your balance, disrupting your looseness, getting it hit, and not being able to see your environment. Okay? Remember, a lot of John's worst melees were, where he got that eye of the storm feeling. Well, what was a prerequisite to having that eye of the storm feeling? Being totally aware of everything that was going on around him, right? Constantly moving, not getting stuck in any one spot. Excuse me, and keeping his vision up. Okay? He wasn't getting into this with guys and like still knowing like, having that eye of the storm feeling where it was like, just felt like everywhere his foot went down, boom, that's connected to the center of the earth. And it's like, oh, you're going this way? Okay, do this with your body. Oh, you want to do this? Go over here. That's everything kind of goes in slow motion. No guarantee that'll actually happen, and he wasn't even able to get it to where it would happen every time, but it happened enough that it was interesting. Many other situations, it was less eye of the storm, more like, oh, fuck, what kind of paperwork is going to be involved here? It's kind of tough to get out of your head when that's going through it. No, it's an interesting sidebar. John said that, his own like inner monkey, the conscious mind, was usually some sort of detriment in the beginning. It was like, as is for most people, like, oh my god, this guy's fucking big, like, am I really good enough to deal with this? Oh shit, what if he has friends? All those types of stresses of like, an impending violent confrontation. Later on, when he was, more or less confident enough to like, to deal with all that, there was still the fear of, or the little self-doubting chatter of like, shit, what kind of paperwork am I gonna have to do? Like, shit, what if his family comes back to get me? Like that kind of, like who's connected to who here? This kind of stuff. So there's always something like that. Hence why, You know, sometimes, you know, those like fright reaction situations where you don't even have a chance to think before shit goes down, well, that just bypasses all the conscious chatter, and he's often able to do his best stuff. And he finds that our students are often able to do their best stuff there too. Whereas if there's like some sort of buildup or like, hey man, I don't want to control this situation, you know, basically, John more or less guarantees, not absolute guarantee obviously, but like for most people, if you don't have extensive experience with real violence, there'll probably be some conscious chatter. You just gotta hope that your mindset is enough so that it doesn't freeze you up or it doesn't make you hesitate, because that's what'll kill you, right? If you spend so much time hesitating, like, oh, should I go yet? Should I not? No, does he really mean it? Does he really not? Or like, shit, this guy's so big, if I hit him, will he just kill me? You know, that kind of stuff. And he said he's had some students for whom that did freeze them up, and they only actually, their body actually only let loose after they were hit. Fortunately, the first hit didn't end it. You know, we can't always count on that. But, you know, that's what he found too. Sometimes as a cop, things go a little too far, try to be a little too nice, but, you know, once the hit was there, his body just, you know, unleashed. So that's one reason why, you know, it's the importance of practicing your close combat stuff, you know, not just putting it by the wayside like some people want to do. Oh, now I'm good at contact flow, I don't need all this other stuff. It can be good if your whole body is like, shit, what do I do? Well, I can do this. You know, at least just to get things started. You know, so that's helpful. Also, another thing that we were going over when we was in Florida was just reiterating for the umpteenth time the importance of the fright reaction and related stuff, and how people just don't do it enough, and how it can really take care of so much stuff, not just in the surprise situation, but even in like some situation if I'm like in a fight or something, and I'm totally off balance, Jerry's clubbing me, bam! Oh look, now I can recover, right? Or I'm in a fight with you or something, bam, Jerry's suddenly attacking me or something, oh fuck, oh look, that worked, right? Just that basic, being able to effectively, reflexively do that fright reaction, just that basic hand to the phone position, all the way into your legs, is very helpful. So why don't we can actually make this, well, we can make a square. Okay, so everyone makes a square. It would be a circle for that. But anyways, all right, and whoever is in the middle is gonna close their eyes and go, and you've done this drill before with everyone with the pads, which is like the basic way to do it. You get hit by the pad, you fright reaction, you attack the pad, all well and good. The difference here is gonna be, I'm circling here, with my eyes closed, I'm gonna do it open just to describe it, and then suddenly Steve comes in and does something to me. Could be a whoa, and as soon as I feel it, fright reaction, Steve, as a good guy chaos student, knows this is coming and keeps his head the fuck out of the way. I was training with that guy in San Diego, like in the park there, and all those guys started gathering around, and I was just, you know, showing stuff. I forgot that he didn't know to keep his head out of the way during a fright reaction. I didn't even try to do it hard. I explained, like someone had asked, oh, but they sometimes come to you from behind or something. And I was like, oh, if they come to me from behind, come on. You know, to the guy that I was there meeting for the first time. Just because I'd floated with him for a while, so I felt more comfortable with him. I forgot they didn't actually notice. And you know, he just like started grabbing me from behind, just you know, not hard or anything, but his head was his head snapped like, you know, it almost doubled him over. He was like, I'm okay. I think I missed his nose because there was like no blood, but I was like, Jesus Christ, sorry. So it works. That's always embarrassing. But yeah, so for this exercise, I'm circling here, someone does something. Someone just gives me some stimulus, right? And then from here, we keep going, okay? So if Steve's in the middle and his eyes closed and circling, boom, and just keep going from here. And now from here, someone else gives Steve some stimulus. Could be a push, it could be something. Slow, you see, keep the contact flow slow. And the fright reaction doesn't have to be fast either. You keep going. Okay, got the idea? Steve might as well keep going. One at a time, keep doing stuff to him. Try not to let him see it's coming. What's the rule? Even if you're in like a bad situation, just fright reaction. No, don't try to flow your way out of it. Yeah, when in doubt, fright reaction. That's the name of this drill. Even if it's not quote unquote a fright reaction situation,